Hi guys, Mark from Twisted Monkey Garage here again. So today we're working on this, the very green 1 Series BMW. Now, the the job we're doing today is basic alternator swap. Now the symptoms to this, believe it or not, were the car kept trying to stall out, and that was pretty much it, just performance problems. So I had a look, and obviously I ran the codes. Now I'm instantly thinking, oh, math sensor, or there's vacuum leak, or something air related, which is usually the case, but it's not. It was the alternator. Now the crunch came when I asked him to turn the wheel, so I got him to full lock left, full lock right, and every time he went full lock left or full lock right on the steering wheel, the engine cut out, which is the odd one, yeah. But anyway, tested the battery in the alternator, and it's just not. This just wasn't pushing out enough voltage. So obviously, when the power steering pump needed the power to turn the wheels, it's just cutting out because there's not enough power there. The alternator was only charging the battery to about 13.4 volts with the engine running. You should be looking at about 14.5 ideally. It just wasn't doing it. The alternator on these is right there. We've got the new one ready, right there. So yeah, we shall get it installed. Now we're gonna have to do a bit to get to it, make it a bit easier. Right, so yeah, the alternator on these is right there. So to get that, we're going to remove this. In order to do that, there's 4 torque screws, one there, one there, one there, one there. This will slide out the way. Going to get the airbox out as well, but to get the box out the way, we need to remove this. Lift the airbox out. That should give us plenty of space to get to it. So I'm going to do that. And then I'll come back to you when that's all out the way, and we'll go through the alternator a bit. Right, so with all that out of the way, you can see and get to the alternator a lot better now. And you can see there is an electrical connector down here at the bottom. So we'll just pull that out, look. Get that out the way so it doesn't get trapped. Because we've all put things in cars before and then put the new component in and realise we've trapped the lead under it, which isn't good. Right. There's another connector there, so we'll get that cover off. We're going to get this bracket out of the way. Our bracket's got to come out of the way anyway, because you can see the fixing points for the alternator there and there. Now, if you're ever unsure as to how your alternator fits in, or you can't see properly, the easiest thing to do is just look at the new one. So, there's the new one. We can see the electrical connector there. We can see the other connector there. And we can see the 4 mounting points. That's it. It's that easy. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get all that undone. Undo the belt, obviously. And the belt on this is quite a lot. So yeah, we're going to get all that undone anyway. Get the belt off, get the alternator out, put the new one in. Once this is out, I shall show you what we're working with. Okay, so quick interlude here in the removal of the alternator, and going back to videos that I've posted before. If you don't know what you're doing, don't fucking do it. Like, look how chewed that is. Look at it. If you're watching this and you're responsible for it, I hope you get fucking crabs that last a lifetime, you absolute fucking shit stain. How have you done that? Like, so now a 13 doesn't fit, a 12 doesn't fit, so now I've got to piss around again because people don't know what they're doing. Leave shit alone, man. Right, so there we go. Alternator's back in, new one. The belt is back around, and it's all good. I don't need to show you how to put it back in. It's literally the reverse way you got it out. Once you've got those 4 bolts out, just pull it out. Keep hold of it though, because sometimes they can be quite loose and they will drop. Other than that, yeah, it's pretty simple. Yeah, you might have to make a bit of space to do some things, but other than that, it's not really that bad, guys. Yeah, get it back together, start her up. I remember what I was saying before about making sure that you keep all your electrical leads and connectors out of the way in case you don't trap them. Guess where my MAF sensor connector is? Right, so there we go. Everything is back together and working fine. Obviously we've checked the voltage, and the voltage is all good. So yeah, there was a bit of a drama with it though. Yeah, we'll shut that off because it's very loud. There was a bit of a drama with it though. So obviously when you do an alternator or anything electrical in the engine bay really, you disconnect the battery. The battery is in the boot. I disconnected the battery, customer closed the boot, which isn't ideal because you need power to open the boot. Now I know what you're thinking, alright, well you just go through the back seats. Yeah, you can't. The customer has put aftermarket seats in there, they don't lower, the centre bit doesn't lower, there is no way into the boot, even if we could get into the boot that way. I mean, I'm flexible, but I ain't that flexible. Like, I ain't happening. I ain't getting through there to the battery. But there is another solution on the BMWs. So if this ever happens to you, all you got to do is get a jump pack. You can see the positive terminal is there. The negative one is there. Attach your boot pack and it will give you enough power to operate the key, and then you can open the boot. That's the only way we could get in, but it worked, so winner. But yeah, that's the alternator on the BMW 1 Series Coupe. Fun.